A full day of testimony ahead tomorrow in the trial of admitted Fort Hood shooter Major Nidal Hasan. Several soldiers wounded in the 2009 rampage testified today.
The Hasan trial has a strong tie back here in Austin. In tonight's cover story, KITV's Betty Cross talked to a forensics expert who explains why the brave men and women at Fort Hood never stood a chance against the admitted shooter.
I deal with murder every day. This one was particularly bad. Well, all the blood was still on the floor.
Forensic expert Louis Akin got his first glimpse of the Fort Hood crime scene just days after the 2009 shooting rampage.
Everything was pristine. It was exactly as it had happened when people left the building.
Akin was hired by the Army to reconstruct the crime scene for Major Nidal Hasan's defense team.
Following blood trails and measuring bullet trajectories.
But it was listening to the 911 tapes over and over again that Akin eventually couldn't shake.
I walked into the scene and I looked at it and I could hear the shooting and screaming. And it really threw me. It really threw me. So I had to kind of back up and take a breath. You know, that was a very bad experience.
But the evidence also revealed
there was great heroism in that scene.
Bravery that was no match for the FN-57 semi-automatic pistol. Akin is a ballistics expert who says this is the AK-47 of handguns.
It's the perfect weapon for doing something this terrible.
It lets you fire 30 times before you need to change the clip.
It takes seconds to reload.
Evidence from Fort Hood shows several people tried to stop the shooter, but couldn't get close enough, fast enough.
I was amazed at the way some of these young men and women reacted to the shooting going on. And I mean, just, you know, to the point that you would just like to go up and hug them, you know.
An emotional response from a man who deals with the science of crime scenes. But he says he'll quit if he ever stops having a human reaction to these displays of inhumanity. Betty Cross, KITV News.
Major Nidal Hasan is charged with killing 13 people and wounding 32 others at Fort Hood. If convicted, he could face the death penalty.